our favorite companies that we use here. So we're looking at how we test for some of the root causes we talked about. And one of the things to mention is that from a root cause perspective, there's not one lab company, unfortunately, that has done like the research and development to make every test that they offer the best. So when it comes to various types of infections or various types of toxins or various other cardiometabolic markers, we really need to be choosy about which lab we do, because I was just looking at a study this week on H. pylori, for example, and depending upon, so H. pylori, for those of you guys listening that don't know, it's a bacterial infection that colonizes the stomach. And the test, depending upon what test we use, can range from a 46% chance of accuracy, depending upon the lab or the research. There's a little wiggle room in there, but about 46% chance of accuracy to a 96% chance, depending upon the testing mechanism. So, and not every lab company offers the testing mechanism that's going to get us that 96% accuracy. So that's why using a variety of lab companies are just so important. So like here we have Klongen, which does mycoplasma, which is a infection from that. We talked about chronic hidden infections. I didn't mention mycoplasma. Mycoplasma is walking pneumonia, essentially. Klongen does a really good job of testing for that. Dunwoody, I just got a letter from them yesterday saying they're in the process of changing their name, but they're still Dunwoody for now. They do a test looking for things like food reactions. They also look for things like intestinal permeability. So they're going to look for some of those gut issues, histamine issues. Then we have Dutch, which does adrenals and hormones. Avexia is a cool company that you can basically, they partner with a lot of the other labs on here. So if you just want to go through like one company and get all of these labs, they're partnered with a lot of these other lab companies, which is really cool. Wonderful company. They are working on getting us a what do you call it? A partnership account where they will help waive their initial setup fee. If you contact me, I can get that information to you if you want to have a waive on some of that partnership account. Sure. But some of these other companies are GI Map, which does stool culture, Genova, which does SIBO, the Nutra Eval here. Great test for looking for micronutrients. And then just some of these other companies looking for Lyme. Nagalase is a broad spectrum viral marker. So all viruses make this enzyme called nagalase we can test for. And then the only company that I actually am realizing now in this moment that is left off that I want to make sure I mention is Quicksilver Labs. They do a fabulous, the best, in my opinion, the best metal test that's on the market is through Quicksilver Labs. So when we're testing for lead and mercury, Quicksilver is the company to use. So for most people, we'll start with 3 to 4 tests. And we kind of figure out what test to use. Like if somebody has a lot of pain, for example, and it's migrating, and one day it's in the shoulder, another day it's in the hip, that's a big sign of Lyme disease. So then I'm going to look more for, tick-borne is going to be on that panel. If somebody has, for example, sleep issues as a predominant thing, I might go more towards the adrenals. So it's really going to be looking at fatigue, but also looking at all of the other concomitant symptoms that come with it to then put the test in order. And then how we practice and what we recommend to the docs we train is start with, 3 or 4 tests that seem like they're going to be your biggest hitters when you look at the whole picture. And we train people how to kind of analyze that because it's, it's a little bit complicated, but we guide people through how to do that. Then we treat, and if we're saying, okay, well, after treating what came up on the test, say somebody is 50% better. Then we say, okay, well, now we only discovered a portion of the problem. So at this point, then we might decide to do another round. So we take it in steps.